cookies and cream, what we consider to be Tubby Robot's signature flavor. S tier.
I've never had it.
Shut up.
I had a pint yesterday. Yeah, no. Yeah, S tier, obviously. Especially when it's made right. Because somebody just yesterday came to the shop and was like, oh, yeah, do you make your cookies and cream with Oreo? I'm like, what other way is there?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I thought so. Because if you made it with Hydrox or something, I was going to buy it. And I'm like, well, yeah, we use Oreo because Oreo has that I don't know, so it's the Dutch processed cocoa in it or something. I don't know, whatever they do it for that like rich chocolate flavor. You need that to come out in the ice cream.
Well, and Oreo's how we learned to make it. And that's kind of why we consider our signature is we learned from this guy named Malcolm Stogo how to make ice cream. And
he invented cookies and cream ice cream.
He invented cookies and cream. And
Here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
YUNKJunk!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tubby Talk, the place where we talk games, ice cream, and life. I'm Steve Wright Jr.
I'm Christopher Matthew Michael McGuire.
All the names.
All the names.
Confirmation even.
Confirmation even. That was a very Catholic name, and that's it. Yes.
We're here to talk about your favorite thing and our favorite thing. Tier lists.
Tier lists. Yeah, this ends the summer of tier lists for both of us, I think. This will be our third one in a row, so sorry, not sorry. It's really fun. But this time we're going to delve into something near and dear to our hearts, to our profession. Yeah, ice cream.
We're going to rank the top
40?
Yeah, 35 to 40 flavors of ice cream that we have here listed.
Yeah, we picked a random list, and I don't know if this is the top 40. This is just 40 flavors.
There's a good range there, just visually I can see. We're going to have a lot to talk about. None of these are guaranteed to be flavors that we have.
Yeah.
Though if any of them end up being rated really high, or we get a lot of comments on it, maybe we'll end up making one.
Yeah, this is your opportunity as the viewers to say, hey, that's something I would like to see at Tubby Robot. You yell at us? Sometimes we listen.
Or we yell back. It depends.
Yeah, it's Philly. But so, yeah, I guess what's cool about this tier is that it goes from S to F to never had. So
I like that one.
Yeah, the last time we've done tiers, it went to D. That was the bottom.
And we just went off of our, gut feelings and instincts and, vague opinions.
Yes, but I love never had. Like, that's going to be a really big benefit for a list like this particularly. Where should we start?
We should start at the beginning.
Excellent. So we got birthday cake. Birthday cake is a flavor I don't get. So it's vanilla with chunks of cake in it and like colorful confetti, right?
It should have buttercream icing in it, or be buttercream icing. I've only had it like twice from like any place that I would consider a good like non-bucket of ice cream from a supermarket, like quality ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Both times I've had it from an actual ice cream shop, it was buttercream ice cream or had chunks of buttercream cake in it.
So yeah,
so like it wasn't just vanilla.
And this is one I have heard people come to our shop and ask for, like, you got birthday cake. I'm like, no. I don't think I've ever legitimately eaten it. So I think I have to put it in never had. But have you had it?
I've had it a couple of times. Had it once at some ice cream place downtown in Center City. And I had it once at Cold Stone.
Okay.
Where I know it for a fact there, at least they took like it was like a chopped up old birthday cake from Acme and they tossed it in there with the buttercream and everything. So I know they had chunks of buttercream from them chopping it. But the other place downtown, I think it was like a buttercream ice cream. The ice cream was very sweet, or a sweet cream ice cream, maybe. I think that's how it's often listed.
So where are you thinking?
It's real gimmicky to me. I'd say maybe be at the highest.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it has a ton of versatility, right?
Yeah. So like when I was a kid, I would always take my slice of cake and a scoop of ice cream, mix them together in a bowl and eat it like that.
Yeah.
Normally chocolate ice cream, no, and chocolate cake. So if there was a chocolate birthday cake ice cream, I'd say yes. But it's always vanilla, yellow cake or like short cake with preferably buttercream icing, and the sprinkles get annoying.
Yeah.
I don't really love the sprinkles.
But that's what people love about the aesthetics of it, right? Because otherwise it's just a bunch of white.
Yeah, but you can do that with any ice cream, add cake and sprinkles and get the same. So yeah, as a flavor, I would say no higher than a B. Mm-hmm. I think we could do an S. But we haven't tried yet. So
yeah, I mean, now I'm like, I should try some. This is going to be great because we'll go through and be like, I haven't eaten that. Let's try that.
We can make a batch of buttercream. Add it. It would be delicious.
Okay.
Well, buttercream swirl.
Yeah.
It would be delicious.
All right. So B, you're thinking.
Yeah.
Right?
You had and never had.
Yeah, I'll have a never had. So I will. We were going with Steve's judgment on these. Anything that the other person hasn't had. Let me move on to black cherry. I love a good black cherry. It sounds like you disagree. See, I would put this a good one, A to S. I don't. So you don't like black cherry?
I don't like black cherry ice cream. If I had my druthers.
Yeah.
If there was not a cherry vanilla ice cream or like a tart cherry ice cream that existed, I would love black cherry. I used to love it as a kid until I discovered like a tart cherry ice cream, which is usually sold as like cherry vanilla or something. I'm like, this is so much closer to the cherries I like eating than a black cherry is.
See, I don't actually know the difference a ton. Like black cherry, you think it's just a different type of cherry they use?
It is, but black cherries are sweeter. They're sweeter and I have like a little bit of a musky flavor to them.
So this is similar to what we use for our chunky cherry.
Yeah. But then when we used to have cherry vanilla ice cream and chunky cherry, our first batches used tart cherries. But then those were too hard to find and process, so we started using black cherries, which are
sweet
usually easier to find. You can go to the supermarket and find a bag of those, 5-pound bag for like
$80.
It used to be $5-10. Now it's like $80.
Oh my God, cherries are expensive, guys.
All cherries cost way too much.
Cherries cost a lot.
But yeah, so like black cherries are sweeter and they don't. I like that tartness of a cherry though. I don't get a cherry flavor from that. I get a black cherry flavor.
Okay.
To me, it's separate, and I don't like it as much. I would say high. I would say B.
Right. I'm okay with B. Yeah, well, let's stick that. See, here's the thing.
I would say A. Like if you because you do like it a lot.
I like as well, especially when we make a chunky cherry. We put chunks of chocolate throughout.
Yeah.
I think that enhances it quite a bit.
It does, and it does, and it helps. It's already sweet, like the ice cream and its chocolate is sweet, so the sweetness from the cherries kind of blends in with that, and it doesn't stand out too much.
Yeah.
If it's just like plain black cherry ice cream with no chocolate, it just tastes like I'm eating a bowl of sugar. Like it's fruit sugar, but it's still a bowl of sugar. Like
yeah.
Same reason I don't like eating black cherries one after the other. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like fruit.
Yeah. I can just sit and eat a bowl of cherries. I will work around the pits. The pits are very annoying, but I will do it. They're that good.
You do it with tart cherries though too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get me a bag of tart cherries. Yeah. We'll see what's up.
Next time I have a couple $100 lying around, I'll get you a little box of box of tart cherries.
Couple $100. Give me about 5. Yeah.
I would say, if you really like it, I would say I would go A.
No, it's fine. I think B is good.
I think I like it better than birthday cake ice cream I've had. I don't like it better than my idealized birthday cake ice cream.
We'll leave it now. We'll go revisit. Now we got Blue Moon. I don't know what this is. It's a blue ice cream.
I think Blue Moon is just blue dyed vanilla.
You can look it up. But so my only experience, there's a thing where they tend to like to market to kids these blue ice creams. And so you see Blue Moon, you see Cookie Monster a lot, and that's a vanilla ice cream. And we saw this once without the blue, but they take chocolate chip cookies and like Oreos and like 3 types of cookies, and you mash it into one ice cream. That's Cookie Monster. Some people take that and they dye it blue. You're like, no, it's the color of Cookie Monster. And your kid's mouth will be blue for 18 years.
Yes.
It comes out both ends blue. I don't recommend the blue.
So it's a Midwest, North Midwest thing, like Wisconsin, Michigan.
So what's the flavor?
It keeps talking about how it's a common flavor, but doesn't say. I think it's just.
Does it taste like a moon?
I think it's vanilla and it's dyed blue.
Yeah, if it's just blue vanilla.
Okay, it's a secret recipe, or at least it says some dairies keep the recipe secret.
But they can't say what it tastes like.
Varieties that have a distinct berry or vanilla flavor are sometimes theorized to have been originally flavored with castoreum, which I think castoreum is castor oil.
F tier.
Oh, castoreum is the musk sack of beavers.
Oh, great. Yeah, I want to eat that.
So yeah, it was like a musk flavored ice cream, and now it's apparently either vanilla or berry.
I think by the rules, I need to say never had. And it sounds like you do as well.
Yes, but also it sounds gross. Regardless of how it is, I would say F.
Which is, we never had it, but we're going to say it's F.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's our list.
That's too far. That's like what's that salad that's dyed green?
Oh, it's ambrosia.
Ambrosia, yeah.
It's Jell-O.
It's Jell-O and like marshmallows and coconut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never had it because it sounds gross, and I hate the stuff that's in it.
But you would still F-tier it.
I would still F-tier it because it should not exist.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Here's a blueberry. See, this is one. It's great.
Yeah, I've made a blueberry at home a couple times. Like one by itself, one with lemon.
Mm-hmm. Now, I would argue like what we make at the shop, we have a blueberry cheesecake this time of year. Yeah. It's a blueberry ice cream. We also add a big chunk of cream cheese to it.
Yeah, if I mentally remove the flavor of cream cheese from that blueberry cheesecake, I would still like it a lot.
Yeah. Blueberries are just a delightful summer flavor, I feel, and maybe not super versatile. Like you don't want to mix it with necessarily lots of toppings, but on its own, I would say it's an A tier, like a good blueberry ice cream.
I would say A, yeah.
Fresh blueberry ice cream. We love making that one. Like when it comes to be blueberry time, we're like, yeah.
And just a little bit of spoiler, any berry flavored ice creams, we're going to love it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're on the same page on that.
Yeah. Brownie batter is next. So I've had components of this. I know they have the Ben & Jerry's like half baked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is I used to love. Now it's a little too sweet for me. You can overdose on it. It's indulgent. It might be too indulgent. It's like lowbrow indulgent, right? It's not like I'm buying the good stuff. It's like, hey, I'm going home with a tub of cookie dough and just slurping it down, watching Matlock. That's what this is.
Matlock specifically. I may be just a simple country lawyer.
Now,
but brownie batter ice cream is, I would say C tier for me.
C tier. Say C tier because it's good, but like it feels bad for you as you're eating it, and it affects it. I've had fudge brownie ice cream, which is actually with chunks of brownie in it. Brownie batter I've only had once, and I did not like it for similar reasons. Like you say, it's too sweet. I've eaten brownie batter before because I was a kid and we'd bake brownies once or twice. So I was like, I'll lick the spoon. You shouldn't do that, A, because there's uncooked egg in it, so it's always not necessarily the healthiest. But also, like the texture of it is like grainy. It's grainy.
Yeah. So when you have the brownie batter ice cream I had the similar problem of the grainy texture, which I guess is a feature if you like it.
Yeah.
But to me, it just took away from the eatability of the ice cream.
Yeah. So I get the appeal to a degree, but also like if you got the batter, just bake it.
Yeah. Put it on a brownie. It's better.
Yeah, it's better. All right. So moving on to here, butter pecan. Now this is a classic. We just have people love their butter pecan. We got people when we don't have it in the shop get very angry and they walk out. Like they will straight up just probably more than any other flavor. They just leave. Like no butter pecan, no sale. I mean, all right.
And I can say it, so I will say it. It's mostly black folks. If we don't have it, yesterday, 3 people walked in and were like, "Oh, okay, bye. Oh, why are you leaving? You don't have butter pecan."
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I've had it before. I'm allergic now, but as a kid, I've had it.
Yeah.
To me, it was always inferior to butter almond, though. I don't know why. I feel like the ice cream tasted more buttery to me.
Interesting.
And the pecan ice cream tastes more like pecans.
Now, this is one I never was into before we made it. I was like, nuts and ice cream is a no-go for me. But then we started like figuring out how to make it. And what we do is we re-roast trays of the pecans in brown sugar and butter. And it comes out and it smells really good. It kills Steve. I have to make it when Steve's not in.
One time we made it together, I literally almost died. So
yeah, like he could not breathe. So I can only make it when Steve's not in the house because you get particulate matter coming through.
That's how hard we roast them.
Yeah, that's how hard we roast it. It comes, but then as we did that, like we roast that and I break it up and we put chunks of the brown sugar and butter into the ice cream itself as well, and it's good. Like it's really good.
It looks like something I want to eat all the time. And I remember having memories of like butter ice cream just tastes good. Like ice cream with buttermilk or anything like that.
The brown sugar really pulls that flavor out. Like you're not necessarily like, oh, I taste brown sugar. You taste butter because it's drawing it out. I think it's an A tier, personally.
I'll acquiesce to you because I remember, like I said, liking it a lot. I didn't like it as much as butter almond. But butter almond's on this list, which I believe it is. That's going in S for me. Okay. So I would say A for butter pecan.
Yeah, butter pecan. See, the pecans, I think they have a great texture for ice cream. To me, the almonds are a little bit chalkier.
Yeah, it's more of a labor to eat it.
Yeah.
We'll wait till we get to it.
Yeah, we'll wait till we get to cake batter. Same as brownie batter. I mean,
it's the worst of brownie batter and the worst of birthday cake.
D tier.
D,
yeah.
At least the brownie batter has chocolate to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a lot to discuss. We've already discussed a lot of this. Cherry Garcia. All right, so that's essentially chunky cherry. It's the cherry vanilla with chunks of chocolate throughout.
But if it's a Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia, they use tart cherry
Okay.
as opposed to black.
It's really good.
Yeah.
You like that one, right?
I like it. I would say either B or A.
I would say A. B or, yeah, I would say A. Cherry Garcia, or I would Chunky Cherry at Tubby Robot. I know they're different, but...
Well, that was specifically Cherry Garcia, so I don't want to bring ours into... Ours would be A tier for me because I love eating it.
Yeah.
I would say Cherry Garcia either A or B.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll leave it up to you.
I'd say A. It's
technically I've never had it. Because I just know it's cherry vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips in it.
I've definitely had it on a good number of occasions, and I've read the Ben & Jerry's book.
No, I have had it. I had it one on Spruce Street, off of Spruce Street.
But I've read the book, and apparently one of the early schisms between Ben and Jerry was the size of the chunks. And, I forget which one, but one of them loved big chunks, and one of them was like, that's too big. Cherry Garcia is the one with the bigger chunks. And it works. I think it works really well. Yeah. So chomping through chocolate and the cherry ice cream, it's a winning combo. Yeah. Wow. Moving on. Chocolate and vanilla swirl. See, I only think about this in the context of the cheapy cups you get for 25 cents out of a chest freezer at a bodega, right?
Yeah.
I guess this is a hard ice cream flavor. You can do it as well.
I used to eat chocolate. Is it normally fudge ripple? Is normally what is...
No, fudge ripple is a little different.
You're talking about that literal just swirl.
It says chocolate and vanilla swirl. So it's both.
The little Hershey's ones are the things I have most of the experience with too.
Yeah.
Or soft serve, not hard serve. I've never had that hard serve.
Like you don't see premium ice cream made at chocolate vanilla swirl typically.
Well, because
usually you'll see a Neapolitan, which is different. Neapolitan's got 3 ribbons. Yeah. They're not the swirl.
Well, no. So my family would buy this sometimes because eventually we realized that nobody really ate the strawberry. So for like holidays and birthdays, we'd always eat the vanilla and chocolate, and the strawberry would be like mostly full.
See, my house was like that too. Yeah. No one wanted, but we're stupid because strawberry ice cream is great.
It is. Maybe not the Breyer stuff. Maybe it wasn't. Stuff, but I just remember it eventually started getting the half and half.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would never eat half chocolate, half vanilla. If there's going to be some chocolate, I want it all to be chocolate.
Right. Although
I know it's me personally.
How do you feel about that when it comes to soft serve? Because I would typically go twist on a soft serve.
I would still do chocolate on a soft serve because when you do a twist, it just makes the entire thing taste less chocolatey.
I would agree.
But I want the chocolatey taste. Like if I'm eating like a sundae, I like vanilla ice cream. Don't get me wrong. I mean, a sundae, I'll eat vanilla and add chocolate accoutrement to it because it helps balance the dark chocolate of like the fudge or the cooked candies or whatever. For an ice cream to eat it, if it's half and half, it might as well be just watered down vanilla at that point.
I agree with you, but I don't know. I don't know what's good for me. Every time I see soft serve, I'm like, I'm getting the swirl.
Give me a half and half.
And I get the swirl, and I'm like, I should have just got the chocolate. This is just watered down chocolate. And I do think vanilla on its own is also worthwhile.
Yeah, it has when made well, it has a good flavor. It's
mixing is kind of like dumbing them both down. Yeah,
I think what it is we see that swirl and we think, oh, it's going to taste like vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah.
But you don't eat it that way.
No.
So you eat together, it just tastes like less chocolatey chocolate or more chocolatey vanilla.
And I think there's a very human inclination to want a little bit of everything, right? And we see this at the shop. A lot of people are like, oh, I want a little bit of everything. We're like, well, that's stupid. But
we have an option for that. I don't want that option. I just want to have a little bit of everything. And say,
but I get it. So you see things and you want everything you see. And that's kind of how people feel when they get ice cream. They want to indulge that childhood fantasy of everything, even though it's kind of gross when you mix it all together. So I would say D tier.
I would say D.
Yeah.
It's not a bad flavor.
No.
The combination is a little bit nonsensical.
I think they're both stronger alone.
Yeah.
For sure. Moving on, chocolate chip.
Unlike real life.
Unlike real
chocolate and vanilla are not stronger together in ice cream.
Yes.
Little short diversion though.
Yeah.
You're talking about soft serve.
Yeah.
Did you ever see how Mr. Softy puts the sprinkles on the soft serve cones?
Don't they usually put in a vat?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen them because they've always been higher than me.
I'm pretty sure they have a little vat
and they roll it. And I saw a video the other day of there was a vertical like watermill design with sprinkles, and he put the whole cone in the middle, and it comes up and drops the sprinkles. It's just like little cups, things like spoons, and they flip over as it rolls up, like a water wheel. But it has sprinkles inside.
Yeah.
They would dump the sprinkles on top.
That's a cool concept, but I feel like it would be less effective than the roll.
It's slower than the roll.
And the roll gets more nooks and crannies.
Yeah, it's slower than the roll, and then technically the sprinkles are bouncing off of the ice cream and off your hand, and it's less sanitary.
And like, how much money did you pay for this sprinkle dropping spoon device?
No, it's been around for like 100 years though. Like somebody invented it a long time ago, and then I was like, does Mr. Softy use that?
See, what I thought you were gonna say is it's like a vat with an arch, and it just constantly shoots the jimmies up. So they're just like an arch always shooting up. Yeah, like a reverse waterfall, and you just like kind of roll it. That would be fun. It'd probably rip apart, but
you can put it in there, the ice cream flies off to the ceiling.
It's just a cone comes out.
It's Jimmy size holes shot through the ice cream.
Maybe not that fast. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for that diversion.
I think it's a good diversion.
I wonder if you've seen the workings of a Softy truck or not.
And if you ever go to one on like a boardwalk where they're known for soft, like a Core Brothers or something, they have giant vats of the jimmies and like disturbingly large vats, and they just like keep on. I'm like, how many do they go? They must go through like pounds and pounds every day. They're light.
They're not that light though.
They're pretty light.
So it's this chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip. So vanilla chocolate chip.
With chocolate chips in it.
I don't think we've ever made this like for the shop. We could.
No, didn't we make it one time by mistake? No, that was something else.
We might have made it by mistake.
We
once.
did. No, we made chocolate chip by mistake.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, the chocolate chip worked out.
We don't. Maybe we should sell that one more.
I mean,
New space.
Yeah, New Space will have room for it.
Yeah, New Space has room.
That's one of the casualties of not enough room when we have a nice novel flavor. Chocolate chip though, with vanilla ice cream and chocolate chips, I like it. I don't eat it when there's mint chocolate chip that's available.
Yeah, there's other things you mix with chocolate chip I feel that are better with the chocolate. So it's not bad. It's not, and it depends on the quality of the chocolate too, right? If it's a cheap Jack and Jill chocolate, like it's plasticky. But if it's
nice quality chocolate,
a nice semi-sweet in there, it's decent. I'd say C.
I'd say C. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, but I'm not gonna like reach for it because usually there's something else that's better.
Yeah, like. To keep the dessert analogy in place, like if there's a sugar cookie and there's a chocolate chip cookie, they're pretty similar. They're both really sweet, delicious cookies. I might not want the chocolate chip cookie because I just want the simplicity of the buttery taste of the sugar cookie. Sometimes I might want that chocolate chip cookie. But if I really want chocolate chips in a cookie, I want the chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
go hard.
Yeah, chocolate chip. Or chocolate chip ice cream is a good, if better flavors aren't available, I'm satisfied with this one ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's not something I will seek out because I will seek out other flavors that I like better.
It's good. It's not great.
It's a workhorse.
Yeah, it's a workhorse. Yeah. And it really would pair well with toppings. Like you put hot fudge on that, you put whipped cream on that.
Versus the chocolate sauce or hot fudge, or the contrast is great.
Yeah, it'll go with anything. Moving on to chocolate mocha. That's interesting. So coffee-based flavors, not my wheelhouse. We make a coffee.
Mine neither. You talk about it. Go ahead.
So I got to say, put it on my weirdo head here. I don't like to reveal these things very often. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Me neither.
Oh, I didn't know that about you. You've never had a cup of coffee in your life?
No, I've tasted it once and it tasted like crap and I never eat it again. And I have a strong sense of smell, so...
Yeah.
It smells like I remember it tasting every time I smell coffee, so I assume it always tastes the same, which is like coffee, which is gross.
But on the same time, I do get, if I was going to have it in a chocolate mocha fashion, would probably be the way. Because it seems like, so inside baseball for how we make the ice cream, we try to put flavors that complement each other into the machine in sequence, right? So if you do vanilla first, you can follow that up with chocolate, because the vanilla doesn't hurt the flavor of the chocolate.
Part of the chocolate already.
Part of it. What we typically do is you do vanilla, something else, into a coffee. Coffee doesn't get hurt by the vanilla. And then after the coffee, we do chocolate. And that's part of the complexity of our chocolate's flavor because it adds, you wouldn't be able to pick it out. If someone's just like, oh, I don't taste coffee, but it adds a little something. And I think it is better because we do it after the coffee. So we don't rinse it. So we scrape it out, but it's not rinsed. So there's a little bit of that mocha flavor.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Handcrafting, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why, like, I think coffee can add something to chocolate. Now, I don't want to eat coffee though. And it's surprising how many people do though. Like, coffee is one of our popular. I mean, we have 16 flavors and they all sell. Yeah. But coffee surprises me how often it goes, and especially to like how little kids.
How many kids are like,
kids order that coffee,
and they were like, "Oh, it has caffeine," and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize that." I give my kid caffeine coffee ice cream, and I'm like, but coffee has caffeine in it.
Yeah.
But
so
bad parenting is not the scope of this tier list.
So chocolate mocha's like, I'm gonna have to put this in never had, because I never had it.
I unfortunately have had it.
Okay. The ice cream you've had specifically.
Yeah. Chocolate mocha ice cream is a damn lie.
Which part's a lie?
It looks like chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I'm scooping it out of a container myself and I see it says chocolate mocha, if it's served to me and people are like, "Oh yeah, here's chocolate ice cream." Sometimes they serve it as chocolate ice cream. It happened twice.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there the one time when me and Nan we both got served the same fake chocolate ice cream.
I probably
I remember
was
we
there.
were both very angry. We were sitting at the table, we both like shoved it away. And everybody's like, "What's wrong?" We're like, "It's coffee. This chocolate ice cream has coffee in it."
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bar. It was like an ice cream bar. And it said it was a chocolate ice cream bar, but part of the ingredients were coffee. And I looked at it was like a Magnum type thing or something. I looked at the label and it was like, yeah, contains coffee. It's like the third ingredient. It's like, I knew it. Everyone else is like, oh, it tastes like chocolate. So I think some people either don't notice the coffee flavor or they're used to the mocha flavor being linked to it. You know, because mocha is chocolate coffee.
It's strong though. I don't know how you could.
It's strong, but people that drink a lot of coffee are kind of desensitized to the taste of coffee and or they enjoy it like inherently, which because we're Stockholm syndrome and enjoying it. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And so you eat chocolate mocha ice cream. Some people are like, oh, this is what chocolate ice cream's supposed to taste like because that's what they used to eat. I don't.
So this is our list.
I eat it and I am disgusted that this coffee has masqueraded as a chocolate ice cream, which I love.
F tier.
So our chocolate, I notice that little bit of coffee hints and I ignore it because I know it's only a tiny little bit. I know it's supposed to be in my mind.
Yeah. It's only because you know we did it.
Yeah, but I prefer the dark chocolate because by then it's been diluted out through the chocolate.
Yeah.
Some of my ice cream tastes like chocolate, not like chocolate and something else necessarily. I would say F tier.
F tier. Oh, so it's our list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw it. F tier. I don't want chocolate.
Lie.
I don't want coffee ice cream. Sorry.
It's just as fake as that Blue Moon.
You think
to me.
A lie, it makes me think of going to a salad bar at a buffet as a kid. And you're like, oh, look at that. They got cranberry sauce. I really want that cranberry sauce. And I load up on that cranberry sauce and I bring it back at the Ponderosa. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's get into this. It's not cranberry sauce. It's beets. And you bite it expecting cranberry sauce and you get a mouthful of beets.
That's exactly the feeling I'm talking about.
Oh, makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, somebody says, hey, here's chocolate mocha ice cream. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, here's ice cream. And it looks like chocolate. I'm like, cool, thanks for the chocolate ice cream. Mocha's yeah, so it's the exact same thing. Like,
yeah. All right.
Beets should never be near. Yeah, they shouldn't exist on the South Bar in the first place, but it shouldn't be anywhere near the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
That should not be a thing. That should be illegal.
We're moving on to some of the traditionally basic and strong ones. Chocolate ice cream. Straight up chocolate. That's tough. My gut says S tier because it's so versatile and classic, and you can mix it with so many things. You can eat it alone. A good chocolate ice cream is really good, but you can do better. You can enhance it.
I know. So that's what I'm trying to.
There is, and this is a level beyond, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to read ahead to see what other options are because this is one of those dual shock situations for me where it's all relative.
Yeah.
I like chocolate ice cream a lot. I wouldn't say S tier because there's other chocolate based ice creams I like more.
Yeah.
And I know there are some I like more. I don't know if they're on the list.
So I
would say A.
All right. We'll put
very solid A.
We'll put chocolate A. Like, I think this is like top of A, but near the top of A. It's chocolate ice cream. I'm never going to say no to chocolate ice cream.
So I know people that don't like chocolate ice cream because it quote unquote doesn't taste like chocolate, which I understand, but it tastes like chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Which is a separate beast than
a different beast.
Chocolate.
I would say the same thing for a lot of these. Like, I don't think strawberry ice cream tastes like strawberries. It tastes like strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
And it's good. Moving. All right. Chunky Monkey. I actually don't know what is in this. I've never had it. It's got nuts, right? And that's probably why.
I believe so. Dylan, do you know? I've always assumed Chunky Monkey had banana chunks in it, which made me want to eat it.
Banana walnut chocolate.
That's right. It never had nuts in it. That's why I don't eat it. So I've never had it because I'm allergic.
Yeah, so we're going to say never had on this, but I do have thoughts about it. Like those things together, like banana chocolate sounds good together. And like walnuts, like if you're into walnuts, don't begrudge you. Like, great.
And we did make a banana chip one time, didn't we?
We did make it one time.
Once.
Yeah, we made it like once. We should do more things with bananas. I think like bananas great.
So really good. But yeah, the walnuts make it deadly to me. Also, so I'm gonna say never had because I haven't
never
had it
because you die.
But and you've never had it either.
No, I never had it because I was like, oh, it's got nuts in it. I don't want that. So I never had.
Is Moose Tracks on this list? We might as well address that now if it is.
Yes, it is.
I said I was fine with this display earlier, but I realized a lot of the colors or the text is in black. So a lot of it is covering directly over like a darker ice cream. So I can't see some of them.
I'll read it for you. I'll read it.
Thank you.
Next
You'll
one.
be my eyes.
Next one is coffee. Speaking of coffee, here's coffee. See, I don't want to eat it ever.
Same.
And this is our list.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So this our personal tier list.
We make a
Tubby Talks tier list.
This is ours. This is Chris and Steve.
Yeah.
So coffee is a stalwart standby. It's one of our basic flavors. We have it. We make it every week.
People expect.
They eat it and they like it. F tier.
F.
I don't want to eat it. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Now we're moving. This one's going to be a little controversial, I think. This is cookie dough. Cookie dough. We made cookie dough at one point and we stopped because I think we made something that's better. If you know anything about Tubby Robot, you know that we love sundaes. And why put all of this stuff into an ice cream ball to be frozen together? Why have it all be the same temperature and texture, all those things, when you could separate it out? And in this case, we have the cookie dough overload, where we have a ball of raw cookie dough, and we combine that with any ice cream you want.
So it's better than cookie dough ice cream because it can be any flavor.
A lot of people come in and disagree with that. But the cookie dough overload is also our top selling sundae.
Yeah, and those people are just, they're allowed to be wrong. It's fine.
So as a flavor, I used to love it. Like as a kid, you're like, oh, cookie's got, it is fun to chew on those chunks of cookie dough. But it feels, as I've grown older, it started to feel hollow.
Well, also part of it is, in making it, we learned the secret of cookie dough ice cream, which is everybody uses these little cookie dough nuggets.
Yeah.
You just buy them and eat them if you really want nuggets of cookie dough. You don't have to make ice cream. You just eat nuggets of cookie dough. That removed a lot of the mystique for me from the flavor.
Me too. And you're like, oh, how are they doing this? You buy a box and it's filled with tiny little bits and they're freeze dried.
They're made to Ben and Jerry's specificities.
They're honestly a bit chalky. Yeah. So like I wouldn't want to eat a handful of them because I'm like, oh, it's chalky. When it's in the ice cream, it masks that to some degree. But out on its own, like now that I know the secret, you're right. Like I've seen how the sausage is made and I'm eating it. I'm like, do I really want to keep eating this? But it is good. Ben and Jerry's pioneered this, I believe. Like they were the first ones to really popularize it.
Well, yeah. And I was serious about the Ben and Jerry's size chunks. Like I was reading about it, and apparently the company that makes them, the main company, makes them for Ben and Jerry's, and just everybody else gets to buy their leftover nuggets. So yeah, they're made for them. And then if you want it a different way, then you better make your own cookie dough, which we did.
We did.
So yeah, cookie dough. I like the idea of cookie dough ice cream. I've never liked eating cookie dough.
In an ice cream?
I love baked cookies. No, at all. I love baked cookies. I don't like eating cookies.
So have you had cookie dough ice cream though?
Once or twice.
Okay.
And every time I was like, yeah, like I got from Ben & Jerry's. I was like, oh, it seems like a signature flavor of theirs. I'll get it. And I was just like, it's not for me.
I'm going to say C tier. C tier for us.
I'll say D for me.
Whoa. Okay.
Like you said, like
it is good though. See, I'm going to push C tier because I want to eat it. It's like I think about it, I'm like, I'd still want to eat it.
Okay.
Yeah. Put in C. Moving on, cookies and cream. What we consider to be Tubby Robot's signature flavor. S tier.
I've never had it.
Shut up.
I had a pint yesterday. Yeah, no. Yeah, S tier, obviously. Especially when it's made right. Because somebody just yesterday came to the shop and was like, oh, yeah, do you make your cookies and cream with Oreo? I'm like, what other way is there?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I thought so. Because if you made it with Hydrox or something, I was going to buy it. And I'm like, well, yeah, we use Oreo because Oreo has that I don't know, so it's the Dutch processed cocoa in it or something. I don't know, whatever they do it for that like rich chocolate flavor. You need that to come out in the ice cream.
Well, and Oreo's how we learned to make it. And that's kind of why we consider our signature is we learned from this guy named Malcolm Stogo how to make ice cream. And
he invented cookies and cream ice cream.
He invented cookies and cream. And
Here in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And we use his original flavor, his original recipe for our own. So like we make it the way it was first made and we think it's the best.
We do zhuzh it up a little bit.
We do a little bit. But it's always consistent. It's always
great. Simple flavor though.
It's a very simple flavor.
It's easy to get. Like I tried to make it at home once, and it just turned into like a gray mush.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, chunks of Oreo cookie come out with a pretty good cookies and cream. What if I pulverize the cookie?
Yeah.
It'll be really creamy.
Well, and then it's like a milkshake sort of thing.
It wasn't like a milkshake. It came out like a gravel.
No. Was it a yummy gravel or not even? No.
It was a hard to eat gravel. And I was like, yeah, this isn't, it was the same amount of cookie.
Yeah.
But if you grind it all down, it just soaks up any of the liquid that's in there and just becomes a whole gravel.
But what's cool with it when it's made right, like that, I like the way that the Oreos interact with the cream because it softens them up.
Yeah,
and
like it's like dipping the cookie in milk where it gets like soft and kind of like breaks apart on your tongue. If you make the ice cream right, it does that in the ice cream.
Every bite. It's
makes it so good.
And it's got a texture that like nothing else, right?
It's nice and it has cooked cookie in it, but it's still creamy. Which is like, what? Your body's like, how is this?
Yeah, I love that that's our first S tier, but yeah, it's great. It goes with so many things. S tier, no problem. Dulce de leche.
We just started making this
like
recently.
Last year. Yeah, last year was the first time we did it.
I think it was the first time I'd had it was when we made it.
Yeah, and we make it in kind of a swirl fashion. The photo they have here looks a little more uniform. With the swirl, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's something that like really stands on its own too. Like you don't need to put stuff on it. Maybe a little whipped cream. And if you want to, some people go nuts and like, well, I got some caramel. I want more caramel. And they'll put caramel sauce on the dulce de leche, which I can't begrudge you, but it's a little too sweet for my taste.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody came into the shop last year and said it's pronounced dulce de leche.
If you're Italian. Yeah.
I mean, presumably, but he repeated it multiple times.
See,
and I'm
funny.
like, I'm just going to say it the way I say it because it's already ingrained in my mind. But he's like, no, it's dulce de leche.
Yeah.
I'm like, dulce de leche is what I say. No, your father calls it dulce de leche.
Yeah, dulce de yes. And it's not a joke. But yeah, it's funny. Now you mentioned it like that. I guess it probably is an Italian flavor. I always thought of it as Spanish.
Yeah, I thought it was Spanish.
I don't know.
I mean, he might have been saying it in the Italian or the Castilian Spanish way.
Yeah.
Dulce de leche.
It's good. I don't necessarily go out of my way to get it, but I'm not going to kick it out of my bowl.
When we have it, I eat it fairly regularly. But when we don't have it, I'm not like, when dulce de leche's ice cream's not in the room, I'm not like, where's dulce de leche?
All right, so we're saying like BC is what I'm thinking.
Say B.
B? All right. B
I do eat a lot of it when we have it.
And I think this is probably, no, that's good.
French vanilla.
All right, so French.
I have strong opinions on this, so you go first. Or unless you want me to go first.
No. So French vanilla, honestly, all the vanillas are fairly similar. French vanilla traditionally is a custard-based vanilla made with egg yolks. Gives it a little bit more of that yellowish tint. Typically would make it a bit creamier. It's good. When done right, it's really good. It goes with everything. Honestly, like with something like a baked pastry, a profiterole, it's great on that. Like I love it with that. To me, it's pretty high. But again, at the shop, we don't make this. We make Philadelphia style ice cream, not custard based, no egg yolks at all.
Yeah, so we'd have to do a lot of fudging to make it French vanilla.
It wouldn't be French vanilla. I mean, we'd make a new base.
Basically, our sea salt caramel is kind of French vanilla-y. It doesn't quite have like
that. It's the same color, but that's about it.
I mean, it has kind of the same. It's buttery like a custard is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this 1-to-1,
Right.
But I mean, like on a pastry, if we would put French vanilla on like a profiterole,
Yeah.
the sea salt caramel is a very good substitution for that because we don't have the French vanilla.
So what are your thoughts on French vanilla?
I hate custard. Part of it is because much like many things in my life, I hate things that have tricked me in the past, especially foods. Yeah. Someone offered me custard and said it was pudding. I love pudding. And I'm like, what is this runny stuff? And I'm like, oh, it's custard. And I'm like, it doesn't taste like pudding. It's like, yeah, it's custard. Why would you tell me it's pudding? And custard to me is just bad pudding. So why would you eat custard? So then it soured me on the concept of
And the way to sour it, what we're learning between you and me is to sour someone on something for life, you bait and switch them as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like soft serve, when it's marketed as custard, it turns me off. Like Rita's, it's like, oh, frozen custard. I've eaten it. It just tastes like soft serve ice cream.
Yeah, it's like a
nice, true custard,
hearty.
Yeah, if it is a true custard, they make it very light on the egg.
Yeah.
Like flavor at least. So I can stomach it because it doesn't taste like I'm eating warm egg milk.
Well,
which is basically what custard is.
We're probably gonna have to do some average here because I would say it's a solid B, maybe A, B, but you're sounding like you are an F or D.
I'm like a D.
D, okay. I think that's C. We'll average it out to C. French vanilla. I'm fine with that. Yeah, we'll get around other things. All right, moving on to green tea. This is one we make, very popular, with a certain crowd. Now, if you're not looking for green tea, you're not getting green tea. But also, the people who come for green tea, much like the buttered pecan, if it's not
only
there,
get the green tea. Yeah.
They'll leave.
I'll start with the rating on this one because you started with you done ratings just because.
Yeah.
Some symmetry.
Please.
Green tea, I would put squarely in B tier. I really enjoy it when I choose to eat it.
Okay.
It's just one of those flavors that I rarely go out. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get a thing of green tea ice cream. But if I want an ice cream that makes me feel like I'm not being a dirtbag and eating a bunch of sugar, I get the green tea because it tastes healthy.
It's a lie, though. It's the same amount of sugar and fat as all the other ice cream.
It's a beautiful lie.
It's a beautiful. Okay. That's interesting. To me, it tastes like grass clippings, the way they smell. I would say F. But you're saying an A.
No,
right?
I'm saying B.
B?
I'll average it out with you too.
Well, see, so you like it. So you like it more than I thought. So I'm willing to go high. Let's say C. C is an average.
C? Yeah.
Green tea C. And I'll read the one, but I'll let you take them off for some symmetry. The next one's lemon sorbet.
So we were just talking about this earlier. Chris's wife has been she's been like working on her own kind of lemon sorbet at home.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just been coming out lemon slushies, which is fine. That's the type of style of sorbet.
It needs more body.
Yeah, it tasted good though, but yeah, it wasn't like creamy.
No.
And it's like to get it creamy, as I've tried a couple times at home to make like a lemon sorbet, and it came out either icy or it curdled. And like it didn't it was like it just tasted like sour.
Yeah.
And not lemon sour, but like turned milk sour. And so it's hard to make, at least as for my limited skills. And we haven't tried at the shop yet, like commercial level.
Yeah, we haven't.
Have you dabbled with it at home yourself?
I don't really want to eat it.
That's fair.
So, I mean, I like the idea of lemons in general. I use lemons in cooking a lot, but like in my dessert, see, I do like a lemon meringue. Lemon meringue is great.
You could make a lemon meringue like ice cream.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to try to put in something.
But like I'd probably say D personally if I was going to go with it.
Have you had it? So you have had it before though.
I've had it and things adjacent to it more. But I'm willing to go with what you like here.
Oh no! So what'd you say? D?
Yeah. But if you're thinking B, please do it.
No, it wildly varies.
Depends
on the place you're getting it from.
Yeah. Well, let's go with the best example of these flavors you possibly can think of.
So we went to Gran Cafe L'Aquila downtown, and they make gelato.
Yep.
I got like a lime gelato. That was okay. It wasn't as good as I expected it to be. If I equate that somewhat to the lemon sorbet that they would probably, if they made if I got the lemon sorbet, it would probably be similar to the lime gelato. I'd have to say C.
Okay.
Because it tasted too much like frozen lime juice that was just made creamy as opposed to a sorbet, which I expect to have more body to it.
All right, yeah, I'm good with C. C for lemon sorbet. I appreciate it, and the craft. So making a dairy product with citrus is difficult because the chemistry involved is at odds, right? And it's something that we haven't taken the time to really get our handle on.
Yeah, like our sorbets, a couple that we have made, haven't had any dairy in them.
No,
but they also have been fruits that lend themselves. They have body already.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can make a lemon sorbet by taking a bunch of lemons and like grinding them up and freezing them. You get lemon water ice.
Yeah, you don't use the fruit, the meat of the fruit.
Wait, maybe lemon sorbet is supposed to be lemon water. Maybe it's supposed to have that texture. That would change my rating, but
we'll have to do we'll have to do some more experimentation because
actually, you know what? I would put lemon sorbet in have not had for myself. So whichever one you want to.
All right, let's put have not had. Yeah, well, I guess that's the most fair because both we're just what is this thing? We just spent 5 minutes being like I don't know. Moving on, the next one is mango. How do you feel about mango?
So we've made both a mango ice cream and mango sorbet at the shop.
Yes,
I actually liked the mango ice cream a lot when we had it.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while.
So just based off of that, that's the only time I've had it.
Yeah.
That was an A. I thought it was very good, very creamy.
I'm okay with that.
I like it better than the sorbet just because I like ice cream better than sorbet.
Yeah, I think
in general.
Personally, I'd be more of a B because I'm not a huge melon guy and it's kind of melon adjacent, but I'm fine with A. Like it's got a really fresh flavor typically, if you're doing it right. Yeah, A. And it's unique, right? There's no other ice cream that tastes like that mango ice cream.
And I get what you mean too, like with the melony thing, because like, yeah, melons have a fresh flavor.
Yeah.
Like watermelons taste like, fresh, fragrant, like flower kind of. Honeydews taste like fresh nothingness with some grass clipping in there.
Yeah.
But it's fresh. It tastes like something you just ripped up from the earth and cut open. It's just gross. Yeah, so I kind of get where you're coming from with that, like, sense of the mango. Like, it hits your nose in a way that makes you think this is fresh. This was pulled off a tree yesterday.
Yeah. Next one, mint chocolate chip. I know, where my rating's going to be.
I mean, you know where my rating is? S tier.
S tier. Mint chocolate chip is one of the best. And I love seeing it right next to cookies and cream because those two go together real good.
I did that already this podcast, but yeah.
You put mint chocolate chip and cookies and cream together in a 2-scoop sundae, cover that with hot fudge. Oh my God. Dude, I want some right now. We just made it all day and I want some more.
I mean, after we're done, we can go get ice cream if we want.
Yeah, we just produced 6 gallons of both of these. We did 12 gallons of both of these. It's a big day.
And you know what? I know we talked about this before. There's like little better to me than eating fresh, not yet cured, like mint chocolate chip right out the hopper.
Oh,
so delicious. Because it's like a Shamrock Shake if it was made with real ice cream and not whatever McDonald's uses.
Yeah. Well, and another thing to mention on this is there's always an argument about, well, is it green or is it white?
Yeah, when it's white, it looks like chocolate chip ice cream.
It looks like chocolate chip ice cream.
You don't get the visual feast of seeing a nice a nice effervescent green. Like the green mint chocolate chip makes you look at it and you go, oh, it's just gonna taste like mint.
Right.
It's no brainer.
And this is a way. So I dissed the blue ice cream earlier, and I was like, that's a mess. The green doesn't do what the blue does. Blue will stick in your mouth. I never end my day with a green face.
You can if you lick your ice cream, you can have green tongue from it.
If you go hard,
it's slight though. Yeah, it's slight.
Yeah. So mint chocolate chip, it's the only thing we artificially color. Really the only thing we artificially anything, but because we think it should be green. It's how we grew up.
And also we only make it with peppermint because other mints are not mints and gross.
Yeah. That's the bait and switch. That's almost turned me off the flavor is when you go to a place that uses spearmint. And spearmint I associate very strongly with chewing gum. And then
spearmint isn't even a plant, I don't believe. I think spearmint is some other.
It's a plant.
No, I don't think there's spearmint plant.
Okay.
Like the spearmint flavor is some other flavor. It's like a basil or something. I remember reading this. Like peppermint is actually from a mint plant, from the mint plant.
Yeah. So we flavor ours with pure peppermint extract, vanilla extract, and that's it.
And love.
And love. Oh, and 4 teaspoons of green food coloring. That's it. And it's so good.
Yeah,
it
that's
goes with
nothing
everything.
for 6 gallons of ice cream.
No. And my personal favorite pairing with this, which is not necessarily popular, but I think it's hot fudge, M&Ms. Just gives you more to chew on. It's so good.
Oh, sorry. I was wrong. Spearmint is a plant.
I wasn't going to call you on that one. I was just going to let it go.
I didn't know it wasn't accurate. Okay.
Yeah.
What's it taste like? Okay. Yeah, spearmint does not taste like the spearmint flavor, though. It's a citrusy, minty flavor.
Oh, okay.
Which is not what spearmint gum tastes like.
Yeah, so we get some people coming like, well, it should be white. And they're like, all right, go somewhere where it's white.
One guy threatened to buy the place next door that was vacant at the time and make a white mint chocolate chip ice cream
he was like,
shop.
my business model is to make white mint chocolate chip and sell it next door to you, and I'll put you out of
He's
business.
come like 3 times and said it all 3 times. And I'm like, okay, it's still vacant. Have at it. He never did.
Come at me.
Next up
Mint
is
Oreo.
Mint Oreo.
That's a good one.
That is
too.
very good. We made that once. We just talking about how great they go together.
Yeah.
It's no downside to them being mixed together.
No.
Besides, I do like the semi-sweet chocolate chip and a mint chocolate chip. Which
We
you
call this mint cookie at our shop. It's the same idea. Just because we don't want to put Oreo branding on everything.
I don't know if I want to do.
So good.
I want to do S.
Yeah, I want to.
But then this is all popular with mints and cookies.
Mints and cookies and cream. That's all it is. But it's a really good one. Like when we do it, people get excited.
Yeah. If I had to give them different ranks, I would give this one A and
I would give
the pure ones S. S, but I'll say S. For purposes of this tier list,
let's
there's no gun to our head.
If it's
S.
done right, if we're making it,
yeah,
S.
Because you cannot use the right mint, you cannot use the right cookie,
right,
and it's garbage.
Yeah. All right. So far the S tier is 2 flavors and the combination of those 2 flavors. It's good.
Is that mocha?
Moose Tracks is next.
Tracks. It has like Reese's cups in it or something, right?
Nuts and stuff.
Nuts and stuff.
Not nuts? Oh,
yeah, there's and marshmallows, right?
Reese's and marshmallows. Okay. Well, I've
definitely had Moose Tracks before.
See, I've written
Rocky
it off.
Road has nuts in it. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah, Moose Tracks I've definitely had before, and it was okay.
I'm gonna have to say never tried because I've never tried.
Well, no. So the Galaxy thing you made for Mystery Science Theater, I think that was close to Moose Tracks.
That's probably. But I don't think I did peanut butter in that one.
So imagine that with peanut butter in it.
Yeah,
that's Moose Tracks. I would say that's enough. That's close enough that I would allow you to. I also. I wouldn't be.
I still want to abstain from this one.
Okay, if you want to, yeah. You plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th. Where would you put it?
So I, for some reason, really like marshmallow and ice cream.
Yeah.
I thought I would hate it because I'm like marshmallows get hard when they're cold.
Okay, vanilla ice cream.
Almonds and marshmallow.
Okay, so it's not marshmallow.
Oh, so it's a peanut butter cup. Yeah.
Peanut butter cup fudge in a vanilla base.
Yeah,
okay.
So the couple times I've had it. Okay, so it's not like the
dude, people would love that.
Yeah,
that's what Moose Tracks is?
Yeah, a couple times I've had it, I was like, I don't love peanut butter swirl ice cream just because I like my peanut butter in sandwich form, on a spoon by itself, or in a Reese's cup. So when you put it in a Reese's cup, I like it in ice cream.
Why have we never made that? We make swirl peanut butter every week.
We got to get a bunch of Reese's cups and mash them up and chop them up and put them into ice cream. And it's just annoying logistically. Like we could do it.
Yeah, we could.
It would be annoying.
I'm going to do it.
Got swirl fudge in there. You got to sprinkle in the Reese's cup. I guess if you get the real mini ones, like a bag of mini ones, it's easier to sprinkle them. But otherwise you have to chop them up and it's a whole thing.
I think I can buy them chopped. Done.
Well, we used to, and they would melt in the jar in the summer for toppings. So that's why we stopped serving.
If it's not a topping, we can keep it in a fridge and then pop it out.
If you put it in the fridge, not the freezer. You don't want to be too icy. Yeah. I would say B for Moose Tracks.
Okay, maybe we'll make that now that I know what it is.
That's a very personal one, especially because you haven't had it.
Yeah.
And I don't like peanut butter unless it's in a Reese's cup or in a sandwich. And it's in a Reese's cup, so I like it.
I think you know what the peanut butter people are going to say though is like, well, put a swirl of peanut butter too. But a swirl of peanut butter and you put the Reese's.
So will we replace the peanut butter for a swirl when we have Moose Tracks out, or would it be
on the
a
current
different
shop
delivery system?
Yeah.
Because it could be like if you really want both, you get a scoop of each. And that way you get your swirls and your chunks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, the next one is three flavors in one. It's Neapolitan. Neapolitan, I wouldn't typically think of that as its own ice cream.
Is Spumoni on this list? No.
It is not. So, I mean, Neapolitan's classic. Got a little bit of everything, but there's always the one ribbon that no one wants to eat.
So, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure I learned this fact and it was accurate. Neapolitan ice cream was the Americanized version of Spumoni. Because Americans did not like pistachio ice cream and didn't like maraschino cherry ice cream. And so they replaced it with strawberry and vanilla.
I believe it. It's versatile. Like, you got three classics in one place. But at the same time, like, I think the idea is they're like, you could scoop all three.
I've never had it scooped across.
I've never had it scooped across either.
That would change my opinion, I would think, if I had it scooped across and ate it as a whole.
Yeah, it's crazy. We always separate it.
Yeah, my family bought it to economize the number of ice cream flavors. So you didn't have to buy as much ice cream because you bought one and you share.
They used to sell like the gallon tubs of the
handle.
Yeah, with the handle, the Turkey Hill handle, and that I know. Nostalgia alone makes me want to be it. Put it in B. What do you think?
I would say realistically, I would say C. Because like you said, we always ate it separately, so it's just like it's jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
In ice cream form.
C tier for Neapolitan. Ooh, we're getting spicy. I feel like people who watch this are going to get angry at us.
Just be honest with yourselves.
Yeah.
And put in the comments if you really, feel strongly about it. Do you actually eat all three flavors at the same time? Or do you eat one and then eat the other one and then eat the one you like the least for last?
Yeah.
Or the best for last? Like, do you scoop across?
It's a valid question.
If anyone can show me a scoop across,
show me one.
Show me one. The first person to show me one gets a free scoop of ice cream at the shop.
Whoa. Shaq.
Shows me.
Touch me.
Come on Monday. Yeah, come on Monday and show me a picture of scooped across Neapolitan ice cream.
So next up, we got orange sorbet. Like lemon sorbet, but with oranges. I also never had this. Really hard. Never. Like, I don't think I've ever really had much in the way of orange desserts, period.
I've had orange sherbet a lot. Depending on how much you want to consider sherbet and sorbet the same thing, which I would say they're close enough to be the same thing.
It's our list. I'm going to say they're similar enough that you can vote on it.
I loved orange sherbet as a kid. And I like orange creamsicle, like popsicle. So I love this flavor.
Okay.
I've never had it as an ice cream or as a classic sorbet.
Yeah.
But if we're saying it's about the same as the sherbet,
yeah,
I would say A tier.
A tier. Oh, do it. Put it up there. It's going to look good next to that orange mango as well.
I'm sure if you make it as like a proper sorbet by like a proper like confectioner and not something you buy from Murray's, I would like it even more.
Yep.
But even the cheap stuff I loved.
Now, sherbet, I'm assuming it's a bastardization of the word sorbet, right?
It isn't but like in effect, like the stuff you would buy from like the supermarket, like in the clear like plastic tub with the impossible to lift lid.
Yes.
Yeah, that stuff. It was basically half juice, half ice cream.
Okay, so it's a dairy product.
Yeah, it's definitely a dairy product. Sorbet is not always dairy, but sherbet is a dairy product.
Moving on, we got peach. I just made the first batch of peach this year, finally, yesterday. I love this flavor. It's got a time and a place. So I don't always want peach ice cream, but when it's that time in the summer, nothing hits quite as good as this. It's so refreshing. It's a light flavor. Like, it doesn't overpower you.
Yeah, and like you love a peach in general.
Yeah.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for you.
For me. So man, I want to say peach, like a really good peach ice cream in the right time. That's an easy A for me. Well, how do you feel?
I would say A as well, because I really enjoy our peach ice cream, and we make it without any peach flavoring. We just put peaches in there, so it has a nice light peach flavor in the way that you eat it, and if you like aerate it at all on your tongue, you get the full experience of the peach and the cream. It's like eating peaches and cream. We should call it peaches and cream ice cream. That might help explain the flavor a bit better than just peach.
Maybe.
I've had a peach ice cream that was clearly flavored with some kind of like peach flavoring, which is good in its own way, but nowhere near A tier for me.
No.
Like peach candies don't taste like peach fruit.
Yeah.
But I like both of those flavors.
Yeah.
So I've had peach ice cream that was flavored with like the same flavoring they use in the candy. It's not the same, but also liked it. So take that as an amalgamation of that. Even I would still say A tier.
A tier. Yeah, it's really good. Give it a shot if you haven't.
Ours, you'll love it.
It's
Unless you want it to taste like a peach gummy candy, in which case, too bad.
It's also one I wouldn't put toppings on this except whipped cream if you really want it.
I eat it with maraschino cherries.
Multiple.
I put a couple maraschino cherries in there and
I gotta try that.
Eat them in a spoon together. It kind of tastes like cheese. Like Eli actually put me onto that one, and I was like, it kind of tastes like that tanginess of like a cheesecake.
That's cool. All right. Wow. This is just making me hungry. This whole list. Moving on, peanut butter. So we talked a little bit about peanut butter.
This was like a peanut butter ice cream, which we have not made yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this under like whatever, like peanut butter fudge swirl. It's our peanut butter ice cream. It's got swirls of peanut butter and swirls of fudge in a vanilla base. It sells very well. It sells extremely well. It's one of our top 5 typically. They change every month, but usually fighting up there. Not a peanut butter guy. And it's another thing I'm loath to admit on any venue, but I'm not a peanut butter guy. I'm not a big fan.
I know I'm wildly generalizing and talking out of way left field.
Mm-hmm.
Who hurt you with your food opinions, man? You're okay to not like stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I feel like it was... all your Jersey City friends I've met, they've been wonderful people. I feel like some of them have been extra snobbish about stuff to you in a way that makes you defensive about it. Like the peanut butter especially. Like, Could you mention it hesitantly like that before to me? And I'm like, it's fine and I like peanut butter.
Well, here's the main thing with peanut butter and me. It's not just that. It's the people who love it, love it. Like I see it in their eyes. And when we get like their opinions as we're giving them peanut butter ice cream. And they're always like, this is great, but I'd like more peanut butter. But no one's ever said this is a sufficient amount of peanut butter. If I give them a block of peanut butter and they just chomp it, they're like, that's good. Could use more peanut butter though. Like it's nuts. We put a full jar into every batch we make. It's a lot.
I mean,
people want more.
We could put more because we can make peanut butter ice cream.
Yeah.
To me, I love the taste of fresh peanut butter.
Yeah.
So I'll put it on a sandwich with some like raspberry jam. It's delicious. I'll eat off the spoon sometimes directly because it's delicious. Once you start putting it in other things, it dilutes that peanut butter flavor to the point where it no longer tastes like peanut butter to me. And whatever the new flavor is, I don't love it. Like peanut butter Captain Crunch, I hate. I thought I would like it.
Yeah, I've heard it's too much. You can smell it.
It smells like peanut
the room.
butter. It doesn't taste like peanut butter. Peanut butter candy, like there's like these really old people candies wrapped in plastic, but it's like basically peanut butter caramels.
Yeah.
Those also they smell like peanut butter, don't taste like peanut butter to me. And so therefore I dislike it because it's not the peanut butter that the smell conveys it should be.
So the ice cream.
I would give it a D or F tier.
D.
Because it's not peanut butter, but it purports to be peanut butter. Now, our ice cream is made well. I don't eat it because I don't like peanut butter in ice cream.
Okay, I'm fine with D.
And one time I had it, I didn't taste any peanut butter. It was creaminess inside of a bunch of ice cream and fudge.
Yeah, this is our personal takes. But once again, D tier.
Yeah, that's because I'm expecting a peanut butter flavor that I am looking for. So I just dig into a dry peanut butter and eat it when I'm eating it.
Yeah.
Now I did put the peanut butter sauce on some vanilla ice cream that we have.
You enjoyed that?
It was delicious.
Yeah.
So it was just the fact that I wanted it not to be in the ice cream. You just want to be on top.
You just want to, again, it's like there's too much other stuff in this. I just want peanut butter. Give me more.
Yeah, exactly.
You just want, they sell tubes of like Go-Gurt that's just peanut butter in a tube? Because people would eat that.
They'd probably water it down.
No, they just want it.
They have to make it squeeze out the tube better. So they had to water it down with like yogurt or milk or something, and it wouldn't be peanut butter. Peanut butter is a perfect food by itself.
George Washington Carver. Moving on to fish food. So this is a very specific Ben & Jerry's thing.
It's the only Ben & Jerry's that I used to consistently buy and eat like in one sitting.
It's good. So, but it's basically just a chocolate vanilla ice cream with big chunks of chocolate and vanilla.
Chocolate. No,
and white chocolate, right? It's got white chocolate.
No, fish food is chocolate ice cream with caramel chocolate covered fish.
Caramel chocolate.
So they're like, what's that candy? What candy is that that's caramel with chocolate on top?
See, I've had this. I don't think I'd
Okay, so the white you're talking about
Okay.
was marshmallow.
Okay,
Yeah,
marshmallow and chocolate fish. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, that candy. There's a candy that's like caramel wrapped in chocolate,
a Rolo.
like kind of like Rolo,
Yeah.
but it's just thin.
Got it.
So like basically you snap the chocolate in half and caramel oozes out.
Yeah.
And it's those mixed in with the marshmallow chocolate ice
Ghirardelli
So I
makes
love
real
it.
good ones of those.
Mm.
Yeah, I like this too.
Yeah, little candies. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
caramel and marshmallow.
Yeah. Marshmallow swirl, I think, and then the whole fish that you
Yeah.
eat, bite it, and just
It's
caramel oozes out.
Huge chunk. Right?
No,
It's a pretty.
it's a little fish shaped.
Yeah, but for. Okay.
Oh, then what am I thinking? I'm thinking of eating a Ghirardelli.
Yeah. But no, I've had this before, even though we can't remember.
I've had this.
Dylan had to remind us exactly what's in it. I remember really enjoying it. I mean, the thing is, it's a gimmicky one brand kind of ice cream flavor.
No, the chunks are fish shaped.
Yeah,
That's the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're chunks. They have caramel in them though. Wait,
I don't think they have caramel.
So
in
they're
them.
just chocolate.
No caramel in them.
Okay.
That was the argument. Yeah.
Okay.
They are chunks of chocolate shaped like fish.
Yeah.
It's good.
I whatever it is, I love it. I just haven't bought it in a while because I just don't go to the supermarket to buy ice cream because
Yeah, because we have an ice cream shop.
yeah, our ice cream at home, and ice cream at home in this case is better.
What do you
But
think?
we haven't made fish food.
A?
I would say S.
S.
I love it. I love it a lot.
Wow. I feel like I don't know it enough to
The
give
reason
it an
I
S.
haven't wanted to make it at the shop is because I thought they were chocolate caramel candies. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get those in fish shapes. Like, that must be custom. We have to make our own candies. If it's just chocolate candy, we can do that with this stracciatella.
Yeah, yeah.
And we already do marshmallow swirl and the chocolate marshmallow ice cream.
How about
Yeah.
it's just the versatility. I would say A. Just to round it out together. I don't know, but I'm cool. Like if you like love this, go for S.
A works because
Right.
I feel like S has to be unanimous for it to be an S. Like, doesn't make sense otherwise for a ranking.
Next up, another citrus, pineapple.
I've had Dole Whip. I've never had pineapple ice cream.
I've never really had it, so I think we're gonna put this in never had. It's
Unless
again,
you want to count Dole Whip as it.
Oh, and I want to refresh us.
Wait, is
on
Dole
that.
Whip non-dairy?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I think it might be non-dairy.
If it's non-dairy, we can't lump them together. If it's not non-dairy, I think we can lump.
But pineapple ice cream is something you don't often see. It's probably tough to make outside of a factory setting. I'd love to try it. Like I love pineapples.
It's dairy-free Dole Whip, so yeah.
Pineapples are one of my favorite fruit. Like they're so good. They're almost overpowering. Like how strong they are. You do that right in an ice cream, it could be good. But I kind of want a pineapple to be hot instead of cold. A warm, like a grilled pineapple, which we just ate at Lucky's on a burger. That's a good thing.
Well, so that's the thing. If we like cooked it down, it would texture-wise be pretty similar to like a strawberry.
True.
With the flavor like infused throughout, and I think I would like it that way. From what I understand, though, the problem with pineapple ice cream is the acidity of the pineapple will also like curdle the milk some. You have to figure out how to temper
on a
that.
small batch. Yay! If you guys want to see a pineapple ice cream flavor at Tubby Robot, let us know. We'll give it a shot.
I theoretically would like it a lot, like B or A tier.
Nice.
If it was a thing that I've ever
like
had.
what you think,
if it tastes like what I expect it to, but I haven't had it.
So moving on to pistachio.
I've never had pistachio ice cream.
Honestly, I never. We made it, and I tried some, but like I don't think I made it the way it's supposed to be made. Never had. We're gonna have to put that in, which I know is unfortunate. This is a classic one, old person classic one.
Yeah. We've had people try the one you made, and they both liked it.
Yeah, but they also said it wasn't. They said it was unique, which means like this doesn't taste.
It was off.
It doesn't taste like what they expected pistachio ice cream to taste like. So I'm gonna say I don't really have a good.
Well, it wasn't green, and I'm assuming it's green because they put food coloring in it.
Yeah, they.
And you didn't put food color, so it was like It was like heirloom colored pistachio ice cream.
Moving on, raspberry.
Raspberry is S tier for me. I love raspberry ice cream,
and we've made it. We haven't done it in a while
because raspberries are expensive.
Raspberries are very expensive
and hard to work with.
They are hard to work with, and the way we've been we're making it most recently is
the chocolate.
Well, yeah, chocolate raspberry. There was one point where we were trying to use a food mill to ground out
milling out the seeds,
and then we were like, screw it. Like, if you want the whole fruit, we're putting the whole fruit in, and now it's got seeds. And some people don't like that, but I think It's tough.
There's raspberry jam that has that's seeded and unseeded, or preserves that are seeded and unseeded.
Yeah.
I prefer the unseeded only because I don't like seeds stuck in my teeth. But for raspberry, it's worth it. So I'll never not eat raspberry preserves that have seeds in it because I'll just have to brush my teeth extra hard.
We have to make some raspberry ice cream again soon. Nikes.
We need to start growing raspberry so we can afford to make raspberry ice cream. I like it a lot though. Yeah, I would be like A tier.
I say A. Dead. I would say A just because, yeah, there's things I like better than it, but it is very good. Red bean. We've made this one in the past.
It was pretty tasty.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's not something I'd reach for on a regular basis, but I think it's solid. There's a reason that it's very popular in Asia. A lot of countries there is red bean is one of like our chocolate and vanilla, like red bean.
Yeah, because it's a naturally sweet bean, I believe. So then you use it to. It's basically all the sweeteners for some desserts.
Yeah, you ever had like a red bean cake at like a Japanese place? Yeah. They're good. So yeah, red bean, it's unique. It's not super available in America, but when you get it, when it's done right, C or B?
I say C.
C? Yeah, because it is. You got to be in the mood for something a little off.
I don't like it as much as blueberry or dulce de leche or
black.
So that's why I'm like C works. Like C.
Right. C is good.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of C as beginning of trash. I'm thinking of it as average, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, anything in C I'll eat. I mean, except green tea, really. I don't really want to eat green tea.
Yeah, like D is kind of like intellectual. I know people like it. I hate it.
Right.
And then F is I don't care if people like it. It's gross.
So next up, Rocky Road.
Rocky Road, I have had before. Before I realized I was allergic to nuts, I've had it. And I just didn't really care for it that much. Because I don't like nuts and ice cream unless it's, I don't like nuts and ice cream with an asterisk. With the caveat. Because the caveat is I like butter pecan for the ice cream flavor. I'm butter almond for the ice cream flavor. The almonds could not be there for all I care.
So I feel like I haven't had experience with it because I'm like, it's got nuts. I don't want to eat it. So I'd have to say never had. So I'm cool with whatever rating you have, or if you want to go never.
We should go never had. Then.
Never had. Rocky Road. Look at us. We're charlatans. Look at all these ice creams we haven't had. Rum raisin.
Yeah, there's a through line for a lot of them.
There is.
Nuts in them.
Rum raisin is up next.
I used to love rum raisin when I was a kid. I hate raisins, but I love the fact that
I love rum.
Yeah, I love the conceit of eating rum in an ice cream. And I was like, it tastes good. I do like the taste. It had nowhere near enough alcohol. I was probably eating Hershey's, which doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's like flavored.
Yeah.
But even that to me was really tasty. I could do without the raisins. Yeah, that's another ice cream. I would eat all the ice cream and spit the hard stuff out. Have a bowl of almonds or raisins left over.
This is another never had for me. I was like, rum raisin, I'm not going to eat that. Neither of those things appeal to me. Although I like raisins in a lot of things, but not in my ice cream. So I should try it.
Yeah, rum raisin ice cream tastes like it tastes like burnt sugar.
Tastes like an old pirate.
It tastes like burnt sugar with what rum is. It kind of does smell like a cologne. A little bit. So I can see that being a turnoff to go eat it. Like, oh, it smells like my grandfather.
So where are you going to put it?
Put it C.
C sounds good. For it's unique. You don't necessarily want it every day, but when you are in the mood, it's
I do want to make a rum ice cream. I know we made like a chocolate rum for a restaurant before, but I didn't get a chance to taste it because it was a commission. So I was like, I want to eat it. But
we'll get you. We'll make some for you. Yeah. Next up is salted caramel. At Tubby Robot, we do what's called sea salted caramel, and it's a homogeneous ice cream. There's no stripes, no variegate. It's just in the base. We take the exact same from scratch caramel sauce that we make for toppings, dump that into the ice cream base, add a little bit of sea salt. Yeah,
a little bit. Like it's not we don't do a salty sea salt, like a salty salted caramel. It's a hint of salt, which is
really good.
The way we prefer it. Yeah.
It's really good. And you see in the photo here, it's kind of more of a variegate. It's got it looks like swirls of salt caramel, but
in it,
the way
it's like the opposite from the dulce de leche, which we make ours with a swirl, and theirs is
the only thing that keeps me from it is sometimes it is a bit sweet. Like it's like ice cream but more. I would say S or A though. Like
I would say S.
Okay. Salt caramel.
I love it.
S tier. We're putting it up there. It's also one of the hardest ones for us to make, but we make it every week. It sells like crazy. People love it.
A restaurant on Main Street also uses it to serve with affogatos.
Mia Ragazza, I'm going to say the name. Mia Ragazza makes their affogatos with our sea salt.
I don't know if we're buzz marketing or not. I'm fine with it though. One of the servers came in yesterday and got some sea salt caramel. She hadn't had it because they use it to serve the customers. And she's like, it seems so good though. And I bought it and loved it. It was great.
Awesome. Next up, strawberry cheesecake.
We made this like once or twice.
Yeah.
We used to make it with graham cracker in there to simulate the crust, and it was hard to scoop onto a cone, especially because the graham cracker doesn't stick to itself.
Yeah, the problem was that it would scoop and it would be fine, but it would clump. And so if you try to put it on an ice cream cone, like half of it would slide off. I'm sure there are ways around that we have not
slide
mastered.
Off along the graham cracker plane.
Yeah.
I love the flavor though.
The flavor's great. Like I'm saying, we have a lot of A's. We love ice cream. I'm thinking A for this one though. Like
I'm thinking A.
Okay, A. Hopefully we don't get another A because dang. Strawberry cheesecake's good. Next up, it's just strawberry. See, this can go. This is one for me. I use this to gauge the quality of an ice cream maker, of a brand. Like if I'm going to a place for the first time, I try the strawberry. A lot of people say like, I try the vanilla at each place because it teaches you, and they're right. It gives you
the base of all the flavors.
It gives you an idea of the quality of the dairy being used.
I don't know why we both went to Peter Venkman for you.
Yeah. But the strawberry is harder to make and it's easy to screw up. It's very common, but it's easy to screw up. And we have gotten better over the years. Like we used to make it a different way. And I feel like we've slowly improved.
It's like a third or fourth iteration.
Yeah. And really what you're fighting for with this and most of the other fruit flavors is you want to remove as much liquid as you can, but you want to maintain the flavor. Which for us means we boil it down. We boil it into a compote so it's a really concentrated flavor and you let the water off its steam. A good strawberry is S tier for me. How you feel there?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. S tier strawberry. And it goes really well on a sundae. Pairs well with chocolate. Some people don't like it with chocolate. I've had some people tell me they're like, "Oh, I just want my strawberries alone."
I prefer to not have to eat around anything to enjoy the strawberry part, but I do like chocolate covered strawberry a lot with the chocolate chip.
No.
Just if we also had a strawberry, I would eat that more than the chocolate covered strawberry.
We will.
It never sold more than the chocolate covered strawberry, which is why we went with the one strawberry to rule them all.
A little more unique for us.
Yeah.
But also
a lot of people do love it. And it's very good. I like it a lot too. But sometimes I'm like, I just don't want to eat around other stuff.
A bad strawberry though is trash.
You just get chunks of ice.
You get chunks of
ice cubes in a vanilla ice cream, basically.
Or the vanilla ice cream's more like a sorbet. Like it's got too much water in it. So yeah, it's great. Get it done right.
It can be great. Done right is S tier. Done wrong, but any of the flavors done wrong would be pretty low in the list.
Yeah.
I feel like strawberry falls the farthest if you do it bad.
Next up, we got toffee. I don't even think of this as an ice cream. That's like a topping. It's something you put into your grandmom's cookies. I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten a toffee ice cream. I would personally never had. I've had toffee and I've had ice cream, but like not together. What about you?
I've had like an ice cream that had toffee bits in it, probably a Ben & Jerry's or something like that. I don't know, had it before. But I would say for the purposes of this tier list, I would say never had it.
Yeah, we'll put never had it.
But I imagine it would taste most just like dulce de leche.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same like candy flavoring of caramel candy flavor in there. Like it's a good flavor. It doesn't suffuse the whole thing like this. Like our salted caramel ice cream is suffused throughout.
Yeah.
So every bite is just creamy, buttery caramel. If it was little bits of caramel in a vanilla ice cream or even a lighter caramel ice cream, I wouldn't like it as much. So I imagine toffee would be like that. Because toffee's hard. You don't if you have soft toffee, it's caramel.
Yeah.
So it's kind of semantic too, just all the differences in these types of like candy-based ice creams, like toffee and dulce de leche and caramel. But
you're right. Yeah.
How you prepare it does make a big difference.
Huge difference.
So yeah, I would say have not tried.
The last one, this is sort of tough. It's vanilla. Vanilla. Goes with everything. A really good vanilla is really good, really refreshing. I don't find myself reaching for vanilla very often, though.
Yeah, I usually reach for if I'm eating like a brownie sundae or something that has a lot of strong flavors.
So,
with outside the ice cream, and I want to balance it. Or like
Same.
I recommend it for that reason too.
Same. Like I think it pairs really well, especially with like a crispy hot thing. Really like brownie sundae is there's few things I like better on it than a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Apple pie and vanilla ice cream is like
Very good.
Like you want to die. It's so good. That's why we make the hot apple a la mode. That's one of my favorite sundaes that we do in the fall. But at the same time, like alone, I never go for it. Like I'm not. If someone's like, all we have is vanilla, I'm not going to be mad. I'm like, oh, cool, vanilla.
Yeah, it's still ice cream.
A well-made vanilla's got a great texture, a great taste. But thinking B.
I'll say C.
C. Okay.
Like for much the same reasons you ascribed to it, but I'm just looking at the flavors that are in B and in C.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'd rather have any of the flavors in B over vanilla. Right. If those were like the only flavors around, I'll get those. C, I can see myself being like, oh, maybe I want vanilla instead of a chocolate chip right now. You know, they're pretty similar. But even like a green tea vanilla, maybe I'll get green tea, maybe I'll get vanilla. I wouldn't get vanilla over anything being up. So I would say C tier for that reason.
We're C tiering vanilla, which, this is nuts.
I think we testified to our placement for vanilla, especially.
Yeah.
Like you can personally disagree and just really love vanilla ice cream, but I'm like, if I'm not going to eat it above a different flavor, I'm not going to rank it above. Is how I'm kind of looking at this.
So now I'm looking at the final list. I like our S tier here. Cookies and cream, mint chocolate chip, mint Oreo, salted caramel, strawberry. I can't argue with that. Those are the best. Yeah.
If any, yeah, I would add raspberry to S tier, but that's very subjective.
I'm fine.
Mostly because I made at home a delicious raspberry ice cream. And then raspberries like quadrupled in price the next day. And I was like, well, I don't want to try it at the shop because we don't want to bankrupt ourselves to make it.
We could, let's move raspberry up to
I also
S,
don't remember what I did to the raspberries to make it so good.
Because you can't reproduce it.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
I'm fine with also that air of exclusivity and unobtainium. It's S tier, sure. And then, B's, we got chocolate, butter pecan, cherry Garcia, blueberry, orange sorbet, mango, peach, fish food, strawberry cheesecake. All excellent. You peach up to S?
No.
I'm happy with that.
Actually, strawberry cheesecake I would push. It's just strawberry with also cream cheese. Like, no. I think we got the nice basic flavors. Classic, basic, good flavors at the top.
We got B tier, birthday cake, black cherry, dulce de leche, and mousse tracks.
Move mousse tracks down if necessary, but otherwise,
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Pretty good ice cream. Actually, no, I would move it down. I'd move it down to C tier.
Okay, mousse tracks is C now.
Yeah.
C is getting popular. We don't got a lot of B's. We got strong opinions. C, middle of the road, brownie batter, chocolate chip, cookie dough. All add-ins, by the way, all of those. French vanilla, green tea, Neapolitan, red bean, rum raisin, vanilla, mousse tracks. I feel C is appropriate for all of those.
Yeah, for the most part, those are all flavors that are like, we could eat them. They're good when we eat them. We're not clamoring for them necessarily.
Yeah. Like, there's a time and a place, but it's not always. Yeah. Then we got cake batter and D, chocolate and vanilla swirl, and peanut butter. I don't really want to eat any of the chocolate and vanilla swirl I'll eat, but why?
Yeah.
F tier, Blue Moon, which is just blue ice cream.
Some used to be flavored with beaver glands.
Chocolate mocha and coffee, because neither of us want coffee. Yeah.
I don't want coffee or beaver glands. And the chocolate, yeah.
And we got our never hads, chunky monkeys, lemon sorbet, pistachio, pineapple, Rocky Road toffee.
So I've had lots of lemon water ice. It's my favorite water ice flavor.
Yeah.
It is not, water ice is not sorbet.
No, it's different.
So that's why I'm like, I never had. Lemon water ice, I would rank S tier if this also included other stuff that wasn't. But it doesn't.
I think we got our list. Yeah. Nice work. So yeah, this is what we do every day.
We tier list everything in our lives every day. We don't do it on video, but
yeah.
No.
But the ice cream, and there's a lot of stuff on here that we make that's not on the list. Some of our unique flavors, I guess. Mexican chocolate, which is a perennial favorite, not on this list.
Our harvest apple isn't on here.
Harvest apple is one of Steve's inventions, one of the best ones.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie's good.
Real pumpkin.
Banana ice cream's not on this, which is surprising.
Yeah, they have pineapple, not banana.
Banana, unsung hero.
Although lots of banana ice creams are artificially flavored.
Yeah.
And like people just like that artificial banana flavor in the ice cream. I've never liked it though. So I like ours with real banana in it instead because I want to eat bananas.
Well, and I used to think that banana was the flavor that was slept on the most at our shop. Not anymore. People are buying banana. Banana is the new hotness. Banana sells out every week. We have to make it every week, which is a huge change because it used to be like once a month we'll make some banana. No, you guys are eating it. Thank you.
Yeah, I recommended a banana cookie overload to somebody yesterday.
That's a good idea.
And she was like, I don't know what flavor I should get. I just don't want vanilla. And I was like, get banana. And she was like, this is amazing.
You want to sign us off, host?
Today, we went over a varied selection of ice cream flavors and came up with this tier list that explains somewhat our proclivities and anti-clivities of ice cream flavors and what we enjoy. And there's some things we are so antithetical to or nonchalant about that we've never even eaten. But for you, it was a Tuesday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Thanks for watching.
YUNKJunk!